It's Scott Michael Talk, your favorite country cousin. Man, we got a big episode. Guys, we are at 100 episodes. Man, we started this thing a little over a year ago. Yo, it's been some ups and downs. Keep rocking with us. Let people know what we're doing over here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Sorry. Like everything, because when you hit that like button, the algorithm picks us up, and that'd be like a huge help for us to grow this platform. Cause this man, we love to do it. Me and DJ I Rock, he's about to come in.
Hair straight, man. Wash my hair, gotta get. Episode 100. Had to make sure I was official. Yeah.
What's up?
What's good, my boy?
Ain't much.
All right. I'm about to get into it. I ain't gonna hold the people. This is episode 100. I have some written down. But yeah, like I said, we've been going on for a little over a year. We've had different contributors. We've had our ups and downs. Like I said, stick with us, grow with us, grind. Look, we on the grind, man. We want to make this the most successful podcast. We have the best barbershop talk and sports and viral news, right? So for everybody, for the 100th time, I'm Scott Michael Talk. He is DJ Infinite Rock.
They call me the best mix machine.
All right now. And we are on the Swivel Podcast. So, hey man, how's your Saturday, man? Saturday show.
It's going all right. It's all right, man. Yeah. Everybody, you know what I'm saying. Folks want to act the fool, man. A lot of people want to act the fool before we, like, I don't know. I want to bring something to your attention. There's two things.
Okay.
It's Tennessee State. It's not Tennessee State. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay.
FAMU is in peril right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh.
FAMU is in peril. DeSantis has picked a MAGA hat loving candidate for HBCU.
Yeah.
So don't know how that's gonna work.
Man.
Really don't know how it's gonna work. It's enough. You got a black president. It's enough that you have a, you gonna put somebody in there that don't really know the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black culture. But from what I've heard, as far as nobody down there voted for that.
Yeah, of course. Let me just step in, because we talked about this months ago, after right after the election and all that, and I said, unfortunately, it's going to be a matter of time, and we have some black folk that think it was a good idea. I said, okay, for whatever reason, but I know the truth. You gonna feel good for about a half a minute until they start rolling back and stepping on things we have put a foothold in this country. And our current president and his administration did they waste any time? They're rolling back all of our history. And then I said another thing. Remember when they did the freeze on financial aid and stuff like that, and had a list of black school HBCUs? Then I said again, it's gonna be a matter of time. They're start screwing with our young black, our us as young black people getting a proper college education, and now into going to point. I think they elected this person. I keep seeing different things, but even so, man, that's just one of the few steps. You know, either infiltrating our prestigious colleges or possibly getting rid of our colleges. But that's good. But obviously, that's something we'll keep our eye on down the road.
Yeah. But shout out to FAMU. The only thing I could say is, wait and see what happens. I don't think any good is gonna come out of it because you're dealing with someone that doesn't know the culture,
and not even the culture don't have your best interest.
They don't have your best interest.
As a
So
school, as a student body, as
yeah,
administrator. Don't let them fool you.
because see, this is just the way for them to infiltrate and destroy.
That's my point. I've been saying that for the longest. I like to say I'm humble. Whenever I say maybe who am I to talk, because that's my way of being humble, like a goofy way of being humble. But I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've been saying on this podcast, has I been wrong? Have I been wrong? I have not. I have not. I'm very confident and very smart. And I say those little things to be goofy or be funny, but no, I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna move. Wait, before we move on to it, that's why we do the HBCU shout outs. That's why. See, and that's one thing that's different about us. And I'm gonna put it out this episode 100. I don't see podcasters, they doing that. I've been to two of them. I've been to two different HBCUs, and I've been to HBCUs around. When I was in Louisiana, I was at Southern. Been up to Kentucky State, Delaware State, out in Dover. I've been around and I've met different people from different HBCUs. Obviously, being in a fraternity, you're gonna meet people, and all our experiences, even though they may be older or younger, man or woman, the experiences is pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us are the first people in our families to graduate college, even go to college, and the whole nine. And this is us. Don't let them infiltrate. What you say? Infiltrate, destroy, conquer, whatever.
Destroy, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely,
Yep.
That's why we give love here on the Swivel Podcast to our HBCUs.
Yep.
So
and like my late great aunt, man, she used to tell me when I was younger. She said when you get old enough, you vote. She said, I'm gonna tell you why you need to vote. And this is coming from someone who was born in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Born in the 40s and seen a lot of stuff. Sat there and actually talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
She told me, she said, it's important to vote. She said, get the facts first.
Yeah.
Pick a candidate, listen to what they got to say. She said, but most importantly, vote. Don't sit there and don't vote because you're gonna want something.
But and here's
my auntie.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on. But us as black folk, our kin folk, we need to demand what we want with our vote. That's something we don't do. That's something we don't do. Now, hold on real quick. And I think these 4 years, even the last, even with Biden, but definitely these 4 years. And when the next candidates come around, black folks, we don't wake up and realize, because we're going to go through some shit. I'm telling you, a lot of stuff, I think a lot of stuff, unfortunately, going to hit fans. And in 4 years, if y'all don't know what y'all want, what y'all vote, I can't help you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Black people, I don't know what to tell you. Black and brown, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know if you got anything else to add, bro. Because I'm about to talk about the Diddy trial. This thing crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's get to it.
So first week of the Diddy trial. But before you take off, I saw people, they hit me up, and I was a little unclear with my take last episode, because we about 2 days into the trial end. So I want to clear this up, because I want to talk my talk, but objectively. I think Cassie was coerced. This is my personal feelings. Intimidated at time, maybe even groomed. But here's my thing. This is a court of law. And I want to speak from an objective viewpoint, as if I was one of the 12 jurors sitting in that box. Because, see, I see a lot of platforms where there's linear television or podcasting like what we do. And everybody seemed like a few people have been in the middle and reported in down the middle. But by the most part, it's been heavy bias. And I don't want to be one of them people. Because regardless of how you or me or whoever think about P. Diddy or what we heard or seen on that video, it's still innocent to proven guilty. Because at the end of the day, he's being charged of trafficking and racketeering. He got charges on both of those federal crimes, different little charges on those two crimes. So I don't want to hear speculation, woulda, coulda, maybes. I just need the facts and the evidence, y'all. So I'm gonna talk my shit on the facts and the evidence. I'm gonna let you got it, Chief. I just wanted to make sure I'm being
Boy,
clear.
look, yeah, dude, I'm hearing some craziness about this 30 million though. About this 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
They saying when she got paid, like they're saying that she said that on the stand now.
Yeah. It was 20.
Huh? So no, check this out. Check this out now.
Oh, okay.
She said she was dating at the time. She was dating the dude she married to now.
Yeah.
When all that shit was going on, Diddy didn't know. So was there like let's see. So let me rewind this back.
Okay.
She said that she would FaceTime this dude after her and Diddy done had sex.
Yeah. Well, how about this? I'll run it back before him.
I was gonna say I think the new boyfriend was like, okay, yeah, just go ahead and get this money.
You know what? I've been on that. I posted a couple of things about that, and because my thing is this, because everybody's saying, "Oh, he's so strong. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't sit there, bro." He knew how nasty she got with Diddy and those escorts or whoever. You think about this? Y'all really think this man went in blind? Oh my gosh, my wife did this, and they peed in their mouth, and this and the third, and she was calling escorts, and they were running track.
She probably had already told him.
My point. He knew this.
Yeah, he knew it already.
And $30 million moves the pain away. He knew this.
Look,
now check this out.
Wiping his face
with $100
bills. Wiping the tears away.
My boy. So check this out. And not just that, even Kid Cudi. So when she started dating Kid Cudi, She said she would leave the freak off and go on a date with Kid Cudi. Think about this. You talking to a young lady. Well, you married. I got to use myself. I'm talking. I might have went on a little date. You know how Texan may went on a little date, and she come out to holler at me after she rolled over off of 3 other dudes and wiped that cat off in the kitchen sink and bathroom sink. Yo, that was the wildest thing. Like, okay.
Sound like one of them girls at Fort Valley.
Roll off some meat and come and meet you in front of the dorm. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Hey. In one aspect, yes, she was a victim, like of domestic violence or whatever. But in the other case, she was complicit. It's like y'all, okay. It's like we can't have it both ways. When the prosecution asked her the question, she said, "Yeah, this happened." She remember she broke down the freak offs in stages, and then remember we even talked about it where they said she didn't definitively tell Diddy no, and that she actually was calling up escorts, but basically she's like, I was just doing this to make Diddy happy. I was doing this so he wouldn't catch an attitude or smack me around. Then when she was cross-examined by the defense team, they pull up texts, all these text threads saying, hey, when we gonna freak off again? When can I see you? I'm calling him Pop Pop. When can, so on what? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like she's talking out both sides of the neck. She's like, yo, I was afraid of this guy. I was just trying to make him happy. I was in love with him. And then on the other hand, she contradicted herself by saying, let's do it. When we gonna do it? When the next time? Text what Diddy said, nah, let's cool out on that. You got a parent, you got a booking or something. Let's cool out on that. Let's not do that this day. Or let's hook up early so you can get some rest because you got a video or some industry entertainment stuff. So that's why I was saying about I want to make this. That's why I'm trying to make this clear. I'm just a guy sitting in the jury box and I'm listening to testimony. I'm taking my notes. You said this on Tuesday, then you got contradicted on Wednesday. And people, please believe, if you ever get caught up in some bull and you think you deleting your text, you never delete. The text is never permanently deleted. All they will do is subpoena the phone company. This is 2025, and they put these phone records from 2009. People, you better wake up. All right, now you want some bull. All right, you texting bull. I don't know where else to go other than because I got a lot of notes, man. What else you saw that kind of popped out at you?
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. It was more like it was like she would get like what was it UTIs?
Yeah.
She was talking about the UTIs and stuff on her tongue and stuff.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think she's breaking down the different stages of the freak offs.
It was
wild stuff.
It was wild, it seemed like she recounted where she would sit down and they would sit down and watch videos of them having sex and shit like that.
Watching the replay.
Right, yeah.
They're going over
Instant
the
replay.
game notes.
I'm telling you, boy, money shot and all.
Oh,
Like, and then crazy, like, she talks about being raped by Diddy. Now that's the part. Now, boy,
yeah, okay,
see,
right. Hey,
see,
right. Oh man, see that? Okay.
see,
Before,
I
all right, I know. Well, all right, yeah, because what was that? She said what was that? 2018, 17.
2017, something like that.
Right.
20,
And he came
20,
over and well, let's use the word SA because we don't want to have it
2018.
kicked. Okay, let's use the word SA so we won't get kicked off.
Yeah, yeah.
So that happened, and then it was like, 'cause like she let him in. He SA'd her from her testimony, right? And then what she said was after the fact, it was like he just talked to her again like it didn't happen. It's that what I'm saying. Like baby girl was a whole victim. I'm not, but it was so complicated because she truly loved him. And like I said, I watched different platforms talk about this, and some people are throwing around that she's allegedly dealing with Stockholm syndrome, which is crazy. Like I guess everybody got psych degrees now, you know.
Well, it's Stockholm syndrome. Like Stockholm, if you think about it, man, you know, when you read like the testimony and listen to the testimony, she still stayed with him.
Right.
You know, and they were still dating and all the freak off. But even though all the freak offs and stuff stopped in 2017, she was still being mistreated.
Yeah,
So
she was still going back to him.
back to him.
Even what you brought up the SA
Yeah,
from her testimony. Didn't she invite him over?
because she loved Diddy. She
Right.
said it herself.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you know, that's pretty much what Stockholm syndrome is.
Yeah. And even so, and then it's another part. If you picked up on this about they was talking about these videos were used in blackmail attempts. But that it's some guy who was a part of the freak off, Jonathan Adi. He said he even secretly recorded him because he wanted to cover his ass. He said Cassie had passed out during one of the freak offs, so he started recording just to make sure he was covered, and he himself tried to blackmail Diddy or something. And then they were saying Cassie had got blackmailed by Diddy, saying, "Hey, you know, like if you try to, what was like they said if she tried to leave him, she would show her mom and release it out to the world about these freak offs. It it just it was just it was a classic case of a very toxic relationship. So, is this because a lot of times I want to take, all right, it's money and fame motivated. Like, obviously she was trying to get on and be a singer and an entertainer, and they started dating. It's like you can't date Diddy and then go to a 9 to 5 guy. Like you gotta stay in the loop. But she could have, like, she dated Kid Cudi, however long that was. Then she dated Michael B. Jordan. So she stayed in, but
Here's the thing, man. But here's the thing. I think she would have been better off because Cassie was on her way, man. Because I like her music and she could dance. Like she was in Step Up Step Up to the Streets.
okay,
Man, like she would have been better off without Diddy. Because Diddy did was delay her progress. Because she had made some songs, came out with some music. She had an album. I think she had an album. Yeah, she had a
Yeah, she
whole
had one
album.
But here's the thing. But she signed to him. She signed a 10-album deal, only made one album because she became his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why keep making music when he's spending millions on her?
Yeah.
See that part. Think of that's why I'm saying is that's why I say is a juror. You gotta push that. To me, I would push all that to the side because if we only gonna talk about domestic violence or SA, we could have tried that in the state. But I get they're laying the foundation, and I ain't gonna and I ain't gonna lie. I'm laughing at I'm not laughing like ha ha laughing, but like ha ha he getting his comeuppance. Because right now they're I get the play. I get the play. If you lay the groundwork that he's a monster and he's willing to do this, what else is he willing to do? And I said this last episode, this is karma for Big, Mace, 112,
Shine.
The Lock, all of the making of the
Yeah.
bands, all the seasons.
Oh, you heard
All the
about the new
seasons.
news?
Huh?
You heard about the new news about making a band about Chopper? What he
Which
said?
one? Which part? Yeah,
Huh?
I saw. I caught a little interview. Like, what part of the interview you
Talking
talking
about
about?
he had invited him in his office and asked him to for chewing. For
Look, I caught the part where he alleged. Look, this is what he said. He was trying to get a video shot, and Diddy kept saying no, kept like brushing him off until he caught Diddy in the studio with a very powerful white guy who would not release his name. That what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All this stuff, like I said, all this stuff. What does this have to do with the fact of the matter? That's what I'm saying. Like this part right here is just it's like the karma part for Shine, for Craig Mack, for Total, for Black Rob, for
boy, they said,
everybody he screwed over, no pun intended, to become a billionaire.
boy,
This is for Miss Wallace.
yeah,
This is the karma.
yeah,
G Dep. This is the karma. Craig Mack. This is the karma. A few people survived Diddy, so to speak. Mace went on and did great. The Locks moved on and did
great,
great. Other people
yeah,
done like Faith Evans became a writer. She made her own money. This and the third, woo woo. But a lot of them didn't like literally survive.
yeah,
Bad boy.
yeah,
This right now was the karma because now all his ugly secrets, all his dirt is out here for the world. Even if the scintilla chance, just the little bit chance that he gets off no charges, he might well stick himself in the dark room for the rest of his days and play with his kids, whatever. I don't know. He got grown kids. Talk with because bro, he's done. Maybe he could go over the valley with Russell Simmons somewhere and this the hell up here. He's done. He's done.
yeah,
Nobody's gonna wanna. I'm not gonna get you, little freaky man. Oh, and then he rubbing
yeah.
man butter on man. The man butter. You heard the man? Huh?
No,
What?
no, you
Oh,
said man, butter.
okay. So one of the stages of the free course. Okay, so basically, how can I say this without us getting kicked off of here? Okay, so when they would finish on Money Shot on
Oh,
Cassie, she
yeah,
would take the man
yeah,
juice
yeah,
and rub it
yeah,
on his,
rub it,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Yep, I heard that part too. So, yeah, boy. Hey, man. After this, I don't think we gonna look at Diddy the same, man.
Well, I hadn't looked at him the same before here because I always knew he was fruity anyway. He just never came out and joined his LGBT plus community folks like that. That's what he didn't want. I don't know why. Just come on out. But I'd rather somebody be truthful and tell your truth than sit there and be in denial. You know you go that way too, dude. Come on, man juice. Oh, so allegedly also that. See, look, I don't even know. Can we? I know we're supposed to say the word allegedly, but these are testimonies now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh no, these facts. It's
right.
all
So
facts now.
so one thing, Cassie. All right. Now here's another part. I don't know if you caught this. That um they used defense used to try to discredit her. She said that one night, uh, Puff and D Rock, anybody who know D Rock, that was Biggie's best friend back in the day. I guess they caught wind that Suge Knight was around somewhere, out to eat somewhere. He said, she said Diddy jumped off the freak off, put on the Pooh Shiesty, and they about to run down on Suge. But then they debunked that because they said originally Cassie said she was in the car with them crying and pleading to them, no, don't do it. So that little part of the story was funny.
Oh,
That it's okay, on the stand you said this, but back when you presented this originally, you had another story. So now they're using that to describe, yeah.
and I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what nobody else says. Suge knows who shot what's it called it. Suge know who shot Big, man.
Hey,
Suge know.
yeah, hey.
He
You know
know.
what? I think the LA streets in general knows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They know who shot Big.
you know what? I want to give a shout out to Gene Deal. Anybody
Suge
that,
know.
if you don't know, right? Shout out anybody who does not know who Gene Deal is. He was Diddy's former bodyguard in the '90s and early 2000s. You can go over to his page. All his stories have come to light. All his stories have come true. All his stories he's been telling then are part of a lot of the details that are said about Diddy now. How badly he treated people then as it's coming out now. And the reason why I brought him up, because you brought up Suge Knight. He has a story. Go over to his page. He has a story about an encounter that he personally heard that dealt with this Cassie testimony about them trying to run down on Suge Knight. And I brought up D Rock because D Rock popped up in the story, which is crazy. I get D Rock got bills like everybody else has bills and want to keep a roof over your head. But it's just crazy. That was B's like best friend.
Yeah.
And if you go back, Gene said D Rock had a part to play in getting Biggie to that party, which ultimately cost him his life. And you still riding around and you still rolling with Diddy? I'm not saying Diddy had anything to do with it. I'm just saying he was put in a position out there in LA he should not have been in. And it just connecting dots on how terrible of a person, different circumstances to me. I just want to see how this all connects to the meat and potatoes of this case. Because it was jealousy on both sides. Diddy was with Kim. Diddy was with a woman named Gina. Just like Cassie was with Kid Cudi, Cassie was with Michael B. Jordan. So it was that jealousy on both sides. Cassie said, she was upset. Well, she was mad that she couldn't form a relationship with Diddy's kids like she would like to. So, I mean, we got like 6 more weeks of this stuff. So I would just love to see how they connect the dots to how is this a one man
So
Rico at that, which is the wildest thing I ever heard in my life.
So So she basically, so they might have a problem because, you know, as far as the prosecution is concerned, the defense is concerned, they might have a problem because she got on stage on the stand and said that I was basically a sex worker. I was having free calls he was having me have free calls with other guys, and she said that it got to the point where one of the guys that she had a free calls with had claimed that he had recorded her and him, you
I know
know.
that's Jonathan
And,
Odie. I know that's what I was just saying. That's Jonathan Odie.
yeah, and she said she told him that she cut him up and put him in the dirt, man.
Yeah,
She,
that's Jonathan Odie's testimony, right?
yeah.
Because he said
So,
he did that to protect
him,
himself.
so
Um,
so
and you all right?
and then also and then also the defense is also gonna have to do something. They gonna have to they got a problem because she also mentioned where there was more domestic violence, where you know Diddy, you know, had her in this room and was beat up. You know, she was beat up. She mentioned being beat up and wasn't allowed to leave the room.
Right, they had to hide her away for her bruises to heal. That was another story that involved D-Rock and her manager or someone like that. So look, you brought up and then you brought up possible with the sexuality and possible trafficking maybe. I looked at it as that Diddy looked at her as a fantasy because the two guys who has testified so far said they weren't held against their will. So that's their testimony. They said they weren't held against their will. They were paid accordingly. So money was going out, money wasn't coming in. So that debunks that throws that out. Unless somebody new comes up and say, yeah, I did this, and they traveled and they flew me from Las Vegas to California or whatever for this, that, and a third. But you brought up, but once again, you brought up about Cassie. That's assumption. Cassie was his girlfriend. So you mean to tell me, all right, so okay, yeah, we're freaky people, but you're my girlfriend. We're in a relationship. You know my mama. I know your dad or your mom. Like we're together. So we can't travel together. I just want to end with this. If you got anything else, then they were talking about drug use was crazy. That Diddy called. They said he hid an overdose. Well, he overdosed. They hid that. Diddy tried to get Cassie to a rehab, but that kind of got debunked because she said it was really more like a spa than a rehab. They were traveling. They was somewhere foreign, and he got on her about he thought she was stealing drugs from him. So that's what I was saying. It's like, yo, it wasn't just everybody want to crack about the baby oil and stuff. Like they were both drug addicts together. See what I'm saying? Like, like I said, we got 6 more weeks of this.
Boy,
We got 6 more
look,
weeks.
and then the crazy thing about this is, that's why I say the defense gonna have a hard time. You know what they found? They found when they finally arrested him at his hotel. Baby oil,
Drugs,
lubricant, drugs, drugs, more drugs, cash, and cash found in his hotel room.
Hey,
So
he knew that was his last weekend of freedom. He was he about to tear up.
That room finna be on fire. That room finna be on fire.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, boy, phew, that room finna be on fire. You gonna have to bleach and burn everything in that room you can't reuse that room.
Hey. Oh man.
You're gonna have to incinerate everything. Everything gonna have to be brand new.
Listen, So I
New
don't know what.
seats, new bed, new desktop,
Everything.
bathroom, shower,
Everything.
everything. They're gonna have to
Even the
they're gonna have to
shower curtain.
renovate that one room on that one place.
Hey, I don't know what hookups he had back in New York, but he was ready.
Whew.
Oh,
What?
man. Oh, but once again, is that racketeering? Is that I'm just no,
no.
I know, like I said, I know we got 6 more weeks of this thing. Is that trafficking?
That's what no see. That's where they're gonna have a problem at. Because remember what I just said. The defense got to prove that she wasn't a sex worker.
Yeah, I
She
know.
came out and said, "I felt like a sex worker."
You felt like, or you were. See how I did that? Do you feel like? See, people got to be mindful. Because one thing about this, people act like they just go out here on these witness stands cold. They are being coached. They don't just go out there and freestyle this thing. I hope y'all don't think people do that. These people are paying. These are high-powered lawyers. They've been coached, but she got coached wrong. And that's why they said the prosecution have taken a couple L's. They've taken their share of L's. Defense have taken their share of L's. Don't say I feel like I was. Were you or weren't you? It's a simple yes or a simple no. Now, if you say yes, I was, that's very concrete. Now you have to prove. But I feel it's like if you sprain it, you go to the doctor and say, "Oh, doc, my ankle, I can't move my foot." Did you break it or just sprain? Man, I don't know. It feels like it's broken. You don't know. Like it's not like you don't know or something. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe a bad analogy. Point being is that to reiterate, they were in a relationship. They were in a relationship. I believe, from what I heard, she came off to him like a young fantasy. Now we see how this stuff is backfiring on people. Hey, they change. That's what it came off to me like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
hey,
but you know what? But you know what though? Diddy, like they I hope he knows that this makes him look real crazy. This makes him look real stupid.
Good. Like I said,
Yeah.
karma for Big,
Yeah.
for Miss
Karma,
Wallace,
yeah.
for Mate, for
Karma
Total,
for
for
that
all
bitch,
of
man.
them. Good.
Karma
For Shine,
that bitch. I'm telling you.
for Black
It's
Rob, for Craig Mack, all those people who put billions in his pocket and
total.
he treated them like trash.
Total.
Can't you see what you done to me?
Total was supposed to have been still making albums to this day.
Yeah, that look, Total got look, man.
Dude.
Black Rob. Did you ever hear Black Rob album?
Yeah. Can I live?
Everybody think about Woe because that was like the hit. Bro,
Can I live?
Can I live? Live?
If I don't live, nobody live.
Man,
shit,
come on, man. Even on Mace's album, 24 Hours to Live. Yeah. Black Rob had bars.
Yeah.
Screwed him over.
Yeah. What?
G-Dep,
man, ooh.
Think about this. G-Dep had the whole world Harlem shaking.
Yes. Could have still made more music. I don't know what it. Diddy was greedy, man. Diddy was greedy.
I'm gonna tell you this. Sauce Money just now got paid. He wrote the Biggie song, the memorial song. I'll be missing you.
He wrote that?
They say he just recently got paid the past few years. And that's like pennies of the dollar. How much money had Diddy raked in over that song over the years? Matter of fact, the only people who got paid was the police. what's his name?
Sting.
Sting.
Yeah.
Because they sampled it. Sting really the only person who got paid off that record.
Yeah, after off a lawsuit.
Yeah, I think because he didn't properly have it cleared.
He's still paying him, ain't it?
Man, yeah.
$2,000.
Sting still get. I'm getting off topic. Like I said, for people like that, you know what we said last time. He was tripping on Mace over $2 million. Mace should probably have $80 million off of him. Off of the
100.
All the hits that Mace wrote. Man, please, man.
100 million plus.
Think about Biggie's kids, yo. The songs that Big wrote for him, the songs Mace wrote for him, song Jada, Chris said he wrote for him. When Jada crashed out on Diddy, like on the radio station years ago, bro, like this dude wasn't talented enough to write no music. He wasn't rapper. All those his Biggie wrote, Mace wrote.
But see, the writing was on the wall, man. That's why Andre Harrell fired him. I think that's why he fired him at that damn internship. That's part of that's, and nobody saw that. Nobody paid attention to that.
Well, Clive, I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Look, Karma. Hey, man, we gonna move on, man. We got I keep saying, man, we got 6 more weeks of this. We gonna go on and see, and guys, we're gonna see how they connect the dots to this one man Rico. I know I keep saying we're gonna move on. I just gotta say this part. This is the part that is very unfair. I've never heard of a one man Rico. The Rico statute was built to shut down the mafia, a criminal organization enterprise from top to bottom. Even from the head godfather or whatever you want to call them, to the capos, all the lieutenants, anybody that had a finger in it.
If you sneeze wrong, your ass
got a Rico. So where's the co-conspirators? But anyway, we got 6 more weeks of this. They better tie this together. Like I said, I'm just a juror in the box trying to figure it out. Guys, hit that subscribe button.
Hit that like button.
Hit that share button.
And make sure you comment and tell us how you feel about this Diddy trial. Yep. The testimonies, everything. Tell us how you feel. Put it in the comments, man. We want to hear from you because we want your engagement, because we want to be your priority for sports and viral news, because we got the best barbershop talk on the internet, flat out, period. They can't control, they can't contain us. They can't stop us, they can't contain us. So they, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know, on the Super Podcast.
Hey, Tory Lanez. We find out some new breaking news. Possible he could get out. Possible, credible from a bodyguard.
So here's what I've been hearing.
Okay.
So the reason why he's in prison is because of a gun, because he couldn't have a gun, right?
Okay.
So if he couldn't have a gun, but I thought it was for him shooting. For him, they say that he shot Meg in the foot.
In the foot. That's what I thought. So now they're flipping it because he couldn't own a weapon.
So you know his probation, because he was on probation.
Okay.
So that's what they basically got him on.
10 years for having
a pistol.
Okay.
So that's what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So now that I'm still trying to piece this together, because you got gunpowder residue on Kelsey. Meg ends up getting mysteriously shot in the foot, and she lies.
Okay.
It seems like somebody didn't have a gun.
It
seems like somebody had a gun in the car, but it wasn't Tory. Seems
what
like
I was.
it seems like there was some jealousy going on. There was some bullshit going on in that car that night.
Can
There was some bullshit going on in that car that night. And to keep both the women, the main women, out of jail, Meg lied. And then keep Tory out of jail, or supposedly Meg lied. But who had the gun initially? If I'm a betting man, Kelsey had the gun.
Let me ask you this. So why didn't Tory Lanez take the stand and is on the fence at the trial?
See, that's
If it's not
see, I
your
gotta go.
gun, it's not your gun. You didn't pop it off. Oh, I'm defending myself. Like, yo, what
did he say
doing?
that?
I didn't do this.
Did he say that? He said it wasn't his gun?
No, I'm saying I went over the case. He did not. He had an opportunity to defend himself and take the stand. He did not. I don't know who his lawyer who advised him, like they advised him not to do it or whatever. No, I'm fighting for my life. No, I'm taking a stand. I think it was advised not to or whatever. No, take the stand because now you can tell your side of the story. And Meg's story changed.
It was inconsistent.
She was right. It was inconsistent. She wasn't even a credible witness to her own shooting. So how will you take her word for it? And now we got to see if the bodyguard's word about hearing the conversations. What was he there that night? Had to be.
He was in the car. I think he was in the car.
Right. So now, obviously, you got to do your due diligence with the bodyguard and check that out. Because my thing, if y'all lied, which helped put him in prison, come on, man. It got to be some kind of penalty.
He went to prison due to collateral damage.
Right.
Due to Meg.
Right.
Because Meg was trying to protect mostly her friend.
Right.
She knew Tory already couldn't be around a gun. That's why she was telling him to shut up.
Okay, now check this.
Shut up. Now that's on him.
Right. Okay.
That part is on him.
But you know what?
But the crazy thing about this is her and Kelsey ain't friends no more.
How about this? I thought that how cool were they if they were both sharing him at the time?
From what I understand, Kelsey was wanted everybody man. Like the Meg first boyfriend, her first boyfriend. Kelsey slept with him. So there was some bullshit between them. Yeah. Hell yeah. So
you know, women don't like sharing meat. Listen, hey, bruh. I was breaking down this case and I caught that part of it that they were friends, but he was hooking up with both of them. This is what happened. Tory believed his own hype, and he took his little butt over there to that party, right? Like a gathering or something that I understand, right? And then that's all happening like in a car, like a SUV or something, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard this a long time ago, and I was reminded of it. Tony Dungy, the great Tony Dungy, head coach of Tampa Bay,
Indianapolis. Yep.
He's on NBC now. He said back then, it's 5 ways to ensure yourself to be on the cover of USA Today. Now, he said that back then, obviously, is more than USA Today. It's TMZ, Shade Room, every podcaster like ourselves, right? 5 things. You avoid these 5 things, you'll be okay. Don't be out after midnight. He was out after midnight. Don't have a weapon. There was a weapon involved. We don't know if it was his or not. Number 3, in a vehicle going over 15 miles an hour. Well, that wasn't the case because they were parked. All right, they were parked, so that wasn't it. drugs and alcohol. That's another one. Weren't they drunk or high or whatever? If 5, being with a woman you don't know well enough or a woman you know too well. He hit 4 to 5 and he got 10 years. He hit 4 to 5.
Yep, Tony Dungeon. On the song now. Shit. But hey, it's something fishy about this damn case.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's something fishy.
Yeah.
And then my wife, because I had to
get the lies.
Yeah, and
that's where I used to come out from.
So basically, because my wife, she was telling me, and I was like, I said, okay, so he went to prison for he couldn't have a gun possession. In other words, okay. But they proved so did they prove that the gun was his? That's the thing, because the gunpowder residue was on.
Yeah, he had no GSR, right?
Not that I heard. Not on his hands.
Okay.
Not on his hands. I don't think so. But they said, they said that there was gunpowder residue on her hand, on Kelsey's hand.
I get that. So, okay. So how about this? So obviously they got to reiterate. They got to check out the bodyguard story. Basically, they almost have to retry it to a certain extent, because if what he's saying is true, y'all got to bring this stuff back around, right? And say, okay, now what really happened? You were there, you heard this, you saw this. Then what really happened was, now here's where the felony, the probation or whatever. Did you see him pull his own weapon? Was it something in the car, or was something he brought with him? Like, the argument went down, the back and forth went down, and he actually pulled it from his person. Who did you see? Did you just hear it? Who did you see? That's what I'm saying. It's a big cover up. It's a lie. It's a scam. So, and he was collateral damage.
Hold on.
So I have to go back and talk this thing out.
So going back to the actual case itself, he was convicted of 3 felonies.
Okay.
One of them was related to the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion. He was found guilty of assault with a firearm, possession of an unregistered firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm.
So both of those are mostly shootings, not okay.
So, but how did they prove this if the gunpowder residue was on Kelsey? That's what I don't understand.
Why I say you have to go back to that case.
If it's on her hands, how the fuck they convict him? That's what I don't understand. That's exactly what I don't understand. I don't understand that. I want to know what this guy really said, because I didn't get a chance to see what he really said. All I know is he said that Tory didn't shoot. He said Tory didn't shoot Meg. And that's why I say that gunpowder residue on Kelsey's hands was on Kelsey.
Right, we get that. That's what you get that. And people so nasty. This I don't know how true this is. The guy who poked him up 14 times, Meg Thee Stallion fans have created a GoFundMe, put money on his books.
Fuck you know what?
And so, like I said, man, then if you want to go down a rabbit hole, it was a hit. Like, the Stallion sends her regards. Yeah. They're like, well, what do we do? Bro, I really hope this guy's telling the truth and they go back to the evidence, because you brought up the counts. Those were him firing the way. Yeah.
Hey. And then come to find out, so because see, I'm on Good Day LA.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Fox 11.
Well, shouts out to them.
Yeah, Fox 11. He said Mr. Peterson was never given a fair trial, free from bias.
Collateral damage.
So this evidence, this new evidence that's finna come in, is gonna Kelsey and Meg might be called back in because remember, there's one thing we do know: Meg was inconsistent.
Yeah. And then because now since this came out, I'm going back through a lot of different stuff. She was interviewed by Gayle King, and Gayle King flat out asked her about her relationship with Tory Lanez, and she she couldn't even answer the question. I'm like, lady, it's a simple yes or a simple no question. Were you or were you not with this man? Huh? Girl, if you hung, you can hear. Man, it all stinks. It's all that whole thing was all just man, run. All I'm saying, man, they need to run all that back. Run all that back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good. Like I said, we're gonna hear more from this. Trust I know more of this is gonna hit our table and hit our desk in the next few weeks. Because if this bodyguard, if he not capping, that bitch ain't gonna be rapping no more. She better be fighting for her out there. She better be fighting for her stallion status.
Listen to this.
Okay.
I want you to listen to this.
Let's go.
Remember what I told you now?
What's that?
Gunpowder residue was on who hands? On who? Kelsey Harris.
Right, Kelsey.
Listen to this. This is what he said.
All right.
He says, Kelsey Harris fired at Megan 3 times.
Over some meat is crazy work, but go ahead.
3 times.
Yeah.
Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down. The gun fired 2 more times.
Okay.
In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Yeah.
Which means he never had possession of the what?
Of the weapon.
The gun.
Of the firearm. Yeah.
Mr. Peterson never shot anybody. Never even touched them. He never fired the gun.
When it came down,
this statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at the time testified he saw 2 women fighting.
Right.
And what did I say earlier? Jealousy, envy. We share meat. I want your meat. What I say? Put
women
on my detective cap.
Women are naturally jealous. And
that's why I got quiet when my wife said that shit. I said, okay, so even if he did have possession, if the gun was his, that don't mean he still fired it. So, but I said hypothetically, if he didn't have the gun, why was Megan shot in the foot? As I'm eating, all my wheels turning, boy. That's all. It's like my detective
burning.
But them years of reading down Detective Batman worked off, boy. Shit, hey, look,
Jones in them.
I'm telling you, boy. So I'm like
my man Martin said.
I'm telling you, boy.
Oh man.
Look,
but you know what?
My wheels.
At the end of
my wheels were turning,
day, bro. I think at the end of the day, Girl Code beat out that guy. Tory should have never. Tory thought he was the man. I'm gonna roll up in there. I'm knocking down both of them. I might get. Yeah. What?
Oh, this what takes the cake.
Yeah.
There were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet only 1 DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson.
Yeah.
Even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. I wonder whose DNA was on the gun.
The person who is shooting it.
Exactly.
Hello. Boy,
Kelsey
listen.
shot Meg. Meg, like I said, Kelsey shot Meg in the foot. Meg knew what was going on with Tory,
Mm-hmm.
as far as his
Hookup.
yeah. No.
No.
Meg knew exactly what his situation was with the gun charges.
Yeah, with Charles, yeah.
She wanted to protect her friend, even though they was
They
going
were
back and
beefing.
forth and
Right.
beefing. And
then
that's
you
why
can
she
put
said,
him.
both y'all need to shut up and let me handle it. But the truth comes out. But then when Tory was like, they trying to pin this shit. You trying to pin this shit on me in rap songs.
Look,
when you put that shit out in a rap song and you trying to make it seem like it's me,
karma.
And then I make a song about it, and then now you want to take me to court.
Yeah, hey. Oh yeah.
There you go.
I saw. Yeah. You triggered.
There you go.
Look. The key word of the day again is karma. And if this comes to be true, it's a lot of karma coming for you. I know it sounds like a promo, but yeah, but no, seriously, karma, man, karma. This was collusion at its finest, and he got the raw end of it.
Look,
and look like karma is spinning the block, and like I said, more of this is gonna hit our desk in the coming weeks.
I hope he's okay.
I'll be on top of a lot of this. Everything about this going viral.
If anything, I hope Tory is okay, man. I hope he's all right. From what the last time I heard, he was in critical condition.
Yeah, but no, they say he's doing better. He's
doing better. Okay, good. So now he can finally hear his side of the story without no bullshit.
Bam.
That sort of thing. And they need to get Kelsey. The magnifying glass need to be under Kelsey. And if anything, they might get Meg for perjury. They might send Kelsey to damn prison for 10 years.
Yeah, and because this is that's a perjury charge. Yeah,
that's perjury.
Charge. Yeah.
You sat there and lied. Yeah. And lied. You shouldn't have put none of that bullshit in a song. See, you wanted folks to shut up, Megan. See, I ain't stupid. You wanted people to shut up about it. Why would you make a song about it and put Tory in it?
Yeah.
Why would you mention Tory's story, that whole story in a song for Tory to rebuttal, and then now we gotta go to court.
Yeah, I know. Bro, we gonna roll on, man, cause let's pick this thing up. Hopefully the bodyguard is on the up and up, and we'll put this pin in this thing right now, and then we're gonna pick up any new from this bodyguard, from these lawyers, and we'll see. Because if karma. That's all I'm gonna say. Ooh boy. It's some evil shit going on out here, boy. That's why I said, fellas.
Look,
after midnight, going 15 over the limit, drugs and alcohol, a weapon, and a woman. Just be mindful. So, guys, please do us a huge favor for episode 100. We need new subscribers, likes, shares, whole 9 yards. Whole 9 yards.
Yes, like, subscribe, share, repeat, comment, repeat. Actually, yeah. Put it in the comments, man. Hey, what y'all think? What y'all think gonna happen with this new evidence coming out? What y'all think gonna happen? Because there was a lot of people saying there was more to the story. I even thought it was more to the story, and I thought it was weird that he was going to prison. But even before that, you know, Meg putting out stuff and he putting out projects and stuff, talking about it. I knew it was more to the story, and then they never introduced us. We found out what we found out about her friend. Put it in the comments, man. What
You
y'all
went
think
deeper than
about this?
rap.
Yeah, put it in the
Deeper than
comments.
rap.
Tell us what y'all think about it, man.
All right. Hey, gonna start this thing off. We're getting closer to the NBA Finals. New York put belt to ass, butt cutting. 119-81 against Boston. Sent Boston home last night. Bro,
Hey Boston.
what did you see about the game, man?
Hey Boston. How does it feel to give that boy all that money and couldn't take over the game?
He fouled out in the third quarter.
How I feel,
game.
Boston? How I feel to give Jaylen Brown all that money and couldn't take over the game? Huh?
And you know what? And we had these talking head idiots on TV. I swear they're puppets.
He only
saying hold on. They said that Boston looks better without Tatum. So, they're going to push this to 7.
You must want looking at the scope, boy. They was up 41 points.
No. Hear me. It was crazy. It was a crazy number. I'm talking about the game before when New York lost in Boston. When they were playing home. All right. So in Boston, remember, they was Jaylen had a great game. Jaylen Brown was 26 of 12. Derek White 34. Some dude I never even heard of. Cornette came off the bench, 7 blocks in the third quarter, second half. He had like 10 energy points, 7 blocks. I mean, he's swatting everything. And like I said to the talkhead idiots, because Tatum just found out he tore his Achilles. Oh man, the ball moves so much better without Tatum. Yo, they're gonna go to New York. Man, they're gonna put all the pressure on New York. Man, they better not get back to Boston game 7. Man, they were down 20. Man, come on, y'all. Every star on the team last night was in 20, had no less than 20 points. It was a butt kicking. OG had what? I wasn't even gonna do the stats. I wasn't even gonna do it. It was just such a butt kicking, but whatever. OG had 23. Brunson had 23. Big Cat had 21. Mikal Bridges had 22. And bro, it's like it was complete domination. And I'm gonna get to see the series I want to see anyway. Knicks, Pacers.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the man only had 20 points. Like, you paid him all this money.
Yeah, one of the highest paid people ever.
You paid him all this money, Boston.
Hey, can y'all get like a pinch of that back? Not a whole refund, just maybe 15%, 20%.
I knew Jaylen wasn't worth all that money, man.
Jaylen, no, don't do that now. Jaylen's a dog.
Worth all that money.
He could play. He's a dog, but it's a two-headed monster. Him and Brown and Tatum, that's a two, because they paid both of them crazy bread, but it's a two-headed monster there, and everything revolves around them both. Tatum damn sure can't do it without him. How many times he done choked playoff games? So I can say the same thing about Tatum too.
Yeah.
Pretty boy ass dude.
Yeah.
He done choked more games than Brown did. But Brown, how they was talking about, listen, they can get back to Boston. And Brown didn't even finish the game. So all right, so check this out. So we gonna have this. So Indy, they're in their second straight Eastern Finals. Mr. Overrated, Tyrese Halliburton. That's what they call that. Overrated. That's what the players voted. That's what the players voted. They voted him most overrated player. They voted Jalen Brunson the most clutch player. like they,
that was
like
a
they,
bunch of New
like,
Yorkers did that. That a bunch of New
no,
Yorkers did that.
no. It was a players vote. It was a strictly
players
players
vote?
vote.
Really?
Yeah, strictly player vote.
I don't
So they
know,
voted
man.
these people these little goofy high school categories like Mr. Football, like who's most likely to succeed, and
Look,
goofy little superlatives.
look, man. Look. I'm gonna say this. They both up there.
Yeah,
Regardless of
I like
how
Halliburton game.
him being overrated. Nah. When you need Tyrese Halliburton, he gonna create space. He gonna bust your ankles if need be. Bust your ankles. I'm gonna see if I can either drive to the paint, lay this up, or I'm gonna bust your ankles and then put it in the air. Cause I seen that those first two games against the first two games against Cleveland, they was down, but he hit
Yeah,
that
they were
three.
down every game.
Yeah,
Or it was close. Now, see, this is the thing about Halliburton's game. He doesn't have to give you 30. Matter of fact, in that series, I think he just really averaged about 20. But he runs it all. He look at Obi Toppin and Pascal Siakam and those guys. He's gonna make the right play. And remember when he hit Buddy with a whoop with the dagger?
Yeah.
He don't give you all that. I just think they hate him because of Snow Bunnies. Personally, that boy is not overrated. Look, hey, his nobody game. If y'all nobody game is crazy. He need to pass two. No, don't worry about it. He don't need to pass nobody.
Hey, when Snow Bunny magic works, truly works.
Hey, when it works great. When
it works great.
Woo! When it don't, boy, it's like a voodoo curse. You hear me?
Hey, you end up in jail. End up in court.
Yeah. End up like Shannon Sharp when it don't work. 50 million.
Yeah,
but you know what? But this is what I'm looking forward to, man. Look, all right, Boston, they had their time in the sun last year. New York in the Eastern Finals against Indy. Remember those battles? Man, them battles was like, ooh. I don't like to use war in sports because that's not that. But damn, Ewing, Oakley, Mason, Smith, Harper, Greg Anthony, the X-Man. Then you had Reggie, the Davis boys, Rick Smith, Mark Jackson came over. Then Mullen came over from Golden State. Oh, them games was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Them games was brutal, bro. This what I've been. Even if they give us like 30% of that, 40%, because you can't play like that no more. Just give me like 25%, a quarter of it.
I'm telling you,
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm telling you.
Give me 7 games while we at
it. Exactly.
Give me 7. People in New York going crazy. I don't know how this white boy got on that Titantron light screen that was sitting outside of Madison Square Garden right there in Manhattan. I don't know how he got up there. New York crazy, but I get it. They haven't been this far since 2000. Haven't won a chip since '73. I get it.
Well, 70, 72 or 73.
It was 72, 73 season.
Willis Reed was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Willis Reed and Clyde and all them boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, this would be that would be something to see, but that's gonna be the matchup to watch. Knicks versus Indy. Boy, goodness gracious. Whew.
Just give me a 25% of the 90s. And then Jalen Brunson hitting them threes and throwing up them threes and Halliburton and Obi Top. Oh, OG. Look, now Cat gonna have to put his big boy pants on. All that zesty shot taking. They called him Zesty on ESPN. That was the watch. He be looking funny. Man, I don't want to see that. Bro,
What you
Take your
mean?
big ass down there in the paint sometime, man. I want to see that goofy. Man, come on, man. Big Cat, you better go in there and be a lion. We don't want to see a kitten. You better be a lion in there. Obi Toppin, boy. Man, listen. Man, Miles Turner. Miles Turner good for a clutch shot here and there. Man, oh man. Timberwolves, they knocked off Golden State the other day, 121 to 110. They're back for their second straight Western Conference Finals. So I rock, man.
Ooh.
Ant-Man Jordan, he collected his superstar Infinity Stones. Did you see that picture with him dressed up like Thanos?
Yeah.
He had the Infinity Gauntlet. Man, KD, Luka, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, all of them. What's it? Booker?
Hey, in the water words of Thanos, well, looks like I might have to just do it myself.
Hey, he hadn't hit the snap yet, though.
You know, he ain't hit the snap.
Not yet.
Cause see, his he might meet some peril if depending on who win this game.
I know. Game 7 tomorrow.
Yeah, because I can't believe that Denver going out like this, man.
But you know what?
Denver they up 3. Yeah, KC up 3-2.
No, they tied it. They tied it. Game 7
it's
tomorrow.
3-3.
We're gonna get into it.
So Denver forced a game 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
And I told you, OKC inexperienced bit them in the butt, but we're gonna get into it. Jimmy, I told you something wrong with Jimmy. I told you. Reports came out he was never right after he fell on his hip in the Houston series. I knew someone because he only had 7. He didn't get up to 20 points. He only had 17. Kuminga gonna get a payday from somebody. He had 26. Pozinski had 28, but obviously wasn't enough, man. Rudy Gobert, punk ass, had 17 points. Remember the closeout game against the Lakers? Rudy had 27 and 24. When Rudy goes off, you're done. Rudy Gobert scores points like that.
I damn sure didn't see, because I think you know what it was. After everybody been talking shit about him, he's like, okay. Ant-Man was like, okay, we gonna get them off your back this time. We gonna get them off your back. But yeah, he I guess, hey, I tip my hat off to him.
Yeah. Hey, because Randall had a great. Julius Randle had a great series. Finished them off with 29 points. And here's some. Like I said, Anthony Edwards didn't have to score a bunch. He had 22, but he had a career playoff high with 12 assists. So he was dishing that thing all night. But I got to just to get back on my thought process. I just had to throw that out there. Them stats. Steph showed how important he is. He's the MVP of that team. He what makes the train go. Golden State gonna have to, if they want to continue to be in somewhat of a championship window, they're gonna have to make some moves. Steph will be back, of course. I like the addition of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy even said it. He want to be his Robin. He's the Batman. He want to be the Robin. That's dope. Cool. Kuminga. Now, Kuminga.
You see what I was saying?
I know. You know, you're right. Yo, you were right. You're right. Hey, when he said that, I said, damn. DJ Rock got me on that one.
He's a support.
Yeah, he's.
You know what I'm saying?
He wanna be that support.
Yeah.
Kuminga, I don't know what they're gonna do with him because there's a contract year. I don't know if they want to pay him or he gonna go because they got a nice payroll now because they're pretty top heavy with the money.
Hey, Pay that man. Pay the man. You'll be
Yeah,
happy later on.
because Kuminga, you see the confidence.
Yeah.
You saw that confidence,
Yeah.
man. Boy.
Pay the man. Pay the man.
But yeah, so I'm a Golden State fan, man, and it's like, are they fading off right now?
No,
'Cause
no, they got to rebuild because
yeah,
the whole thing with Clay, that deep. Clay played some Clay played some defense, and he also would shoot lights out. He ain't there no more. KD ain't there no more. You have to deal with that. Wiggins is gone. You got to deal with that. So it's they ain't got the stacked team like they used to. So they gotta bring some more. They hopefully with this new draft, that's coming, they can get something. They can get some people.
Yeah, they got to do something. And to your point, they rebuilt before. They literally just won the championship 3 years ago, and they rebuilt, and they did it with some youth because that's when they brought over Wiggins, Kuminga, Jordan Poole. They had got rid of D'Angelo Russell, but then they kind of got screwed because Draymond decided to be Mr. 50-cent bully, snuff Jordan in the face. So if Kuminga do sign Draymond, keep your hands to yourself, because that was the youth movement.
You know what it is? They need somebody that's gonna stand up to Draymond. See, you stand up to Draymond. You stand up to Draymond. You gotta have somebody there that's gonna stand their ground when it comes to Draymond.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm saying, that's a great point. And because it happened once, and you get somebody young, so it won't happen twice. It will have to be Curry, because I'll be like, bro, we bringing it. We trying to pull this thing back together. Steph like 36, 37. Draymond like 35. Like, come on, like Father Time is starting to do this.
Trying to creep up on you. Yeah.
So hey, how about, you know what? I'll be like, Dre, how about we not fuck it up this time?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How about because you have to bring in you. Podolsky is great. That's a young player. If you go, especially you resign Kuminga, and that, like I said, how about we not fuck it up this time? That's all I can say.
That's all.
But to get to your point before, the Nuggets pushed to a game 7, 119-107, and this is what I was kind of alluding to. I think I was right about OKC, man. The Thunder lack of experience. You had
still a young team. Still a young team.
To close that game. You come on, like, you got to get these guys out of there, because now, even though Game 7 is gonna be in OKC, it don't matter. All the pressure's on you. You're the number 1 seed. You're at home. That game was horrible. They got out early. Then SJ got in stupid early foul trouble. He had 4 fouls in the second quarter. Like what's going on? And and even though SJ still finished with 32, Chet did some things nice. But come on, look at the stat. Look at the stat line. Dort 10, Hartenstein 8, Joe 2, Caruso 10. You're not beating the YMCA team doing that.
No. Nope.
Come on, y'all.
No.
I told you that. Damn, I think I was right, man. Might be Nuggets and them.
So yeah, it's Nuggets. It's you know what, man? They'll probably end up getting some good, support pieces as well, Oklahoma. So they can keep on building, because we've seen them in the playoffs before. It's gonna be a time where they gonna get to the finals, the conference finals. But they just need somebody that's, well, they already got somebody that can possibly take over the game.
bro, this is a damn good
But the
team,
stat line,
especially defensively.
it's not enough gun. It's not enough ammunition.
Yeah. Somebody had, because like I said, with SGA scoring 32, Chet scoring 19, everybody choked. You needed one more guy to come along for the party. They want aggressive, bro. I'm gonna read you a crazy stat. I think I got it here. The Nuggets in the second half shot 19 free throws. OKC only shot 4. You're not even trying to get to the basket. You're not even trying to push the issue. Isn't that a crazy stat? 19 free throws to 4? And I don't want to.
That means only one thing. That means one thing. They dying by the 3 too much.
Man, look, take your butt in there and
yup.
They disappeared. The only thing, like I said, Denver's battle tested. Yo, Murray, they did that thing. Brown, 23 and 11. Here might be something. Now you know the X factor been Aaron Gordon. He might pull that hammy. I don't know. You see, he was grabbing it.
Yeah.
He's doubtful for Game 7, bro. He already hit 2 walk-offs. Had the walk-off dunk, walk-off 3. His defense been great, and they might not have him for Game 7, depending on how severe that hammy.
Yeah.
Might not have him. But how about this? So I still say we're looking at Timberwolves against Nuggets.
Yeah.
I just think the experience.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. They'll pull it out.
Yeah.
They'll pull it out against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I would love to see SGA versus Anthony Edwards though. Woo! Just because those two guys, but man, golly. Inexperienced, man. I think OKC gonna piss the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to say this, and I gotta get this off my chest.
All right, go ahead, man.
Clippers, you are hanging on to dead weight.
Bingo.
And that dead weight is hardened.
Shit, I got about 2 dead weights, but okay.
That dead weight is hardened.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get rid. He's dead weight, man. He gonna come through. He only think about himself when he plays, and he's not a contributor. I can understand you getting assists and stuff, but when you need somebody to score, you're gonna need somebody to score.
Well, we're coming into the summer. I think Clippers need to. You're right. We're coming into the summer, the draft and stuff. Clippers need to make a move.
They need to make a move. And
lot of teams, Philly need to make a move.
Yeah,
Milwaukee gonna be forced to make a move. Listen,
man.
Yeah. Yo.
Y'all better get them players from the G League. I would get, man, fuck them 10-day deals. Some of them players in the G League deserve some playing time, man, and some money. Like, what you got it for? What you got the G League for if you're not gonna pull those players? That's what I don't understand. You got people that's been grinding in the G League for probably like 10 years and then don't get a chance to play. They don't even get a chance to play.
Right, but I mean, they don't look. They don't think they're ready over. All right, let me slide into this. Pause, and then we go get because I want to make a point with this. I was at NBA lottery just happened. Dallas got the number 1 pick, which is crazy. They had like a 1.8 chance, most likely Cooper Flag. So, but here what I'm going with this. So you have a Cooper Flag out there. Oh gosh, the guy Rutgers. He's somebody's kid. Oh man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. The point being is they got some talented guys in this draft, And some of these teams gonna have to move on from some of these old heads and run with these, like you were saying, the G Leaguers. But they've got some players in this draft. Ron Harper's boy is coming out. But they didn't talk. Look him up, because he didn't go to Duke and North Carolina and Kansas. He stayed up north.
Yeah.
Bro, they got some talent coming out of here. And some of these teams, so some of these teams need to say, all right, like your Clipper point, I think they're holding on too long because they just built that new arena and you want to put the butts in the seats. You got Kawhi, who only played half the damn season, and you got Harden, who chokes every playoff. But they're superstars. They're all-star names. So I think they definitely need to move off Harden. I think they're gonna be reluctant to pull the trigger because they got the new stadium. Because see, they gave Kawhi too much. Even though I think they're never gonna get. He's a hope and a dream. They're never gonna get out of him the Toronto, the San Antonio guy. That ship has sailed. But when you ship away draft picks, he's the reason they moved SGA. They gave him too much. Just say, we gotta move. Another team. So Dallas, they got their white boys, they got their white star. So I don't know if they want to move off of them. Every superstar come out of Dallas. They got their homegrown American white star, right? But they can move that pick to Milwaukee, get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis say, I'm open to look elsewhere. Or San Antonio, they got tons of picks. They can move some players to Milwaukee.
Now that's a team that need a crazy rebuild. Well, need a crazy rebuild.
Yeah, they in the middle of the rebuild now. They landed. Think about this: Wemby, and they got the kid who was just the rookie of the year for this season, and they moved De'Aaron Fox. They got De'Aaron Fox. They're in the middle of it right now.
Yeah,
you can solidify it now if they go that way. The same thing I keep saying about Philadelphia. It's wild they gave Joel Embiid an extension on top of the money they still owed him. Like, it was no need to give him that contract extension. He can't stay healthy. The process is over.
Yeah.
It's time to build around Maxey. I would get, because it's a sucker born every day. And don't believe the talking heads. Man, why they move? Trust and believe. It's a team right now. If Philly got off of Joel Embiid, say, hey, what you gonna give for Joel Embiid? You think team not gonna jump on that deal to try to will and deal and make that happen? Man, come on. I want to ask you this: since it's so convenient that Dallas won the draft lottery with only 1.8% chance, you think the draft lottery is rigged, my boy?
I don't think it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged. I just think it's a whole bunch of damn. I don't. To be honest, I don't even know how they fucking do it. Like this, I thought they usually do it how they do it with the NFL team with the lowest record.
Okay, all right. So basically, they bring in. It's the lottery. It is what it is. The golf ball, like ping pong balls.
Oh,
so the team with the low wins, they get the most lottery balls.
Oh, okay, got you.
Right. So they don't do like worst team, first, second, third pick, da da da. So all right. So I asked. I didn't know how familiar you were. I just threw that question because that's been the talk all week. Is it rigged? It can't be rigged. They go to an independent company, so it's not the NBA running it. So that's been the talk. That's been like the viral sports talk about.
Well, I don't think if they're doing it that way, then shit. I mean, it's just the luck of the draw. They just got lucky. Hell.
Now check this out. I just want to hit you with these, and I just want you to think on this. We all know what happened to Dallas this season. You traded away Luka right in his prime, and it's just so happened you hit number one, and they say they're not gonna do anything with the pick, so they're definitely gonna get Cooper Flag. Chicago, when they had the number one pick, they got their hometown kid, Derrick Rose.
Yep.
When Cleveland had the number one pick, you know who they got. The year he comes out of high school, you get the number one pick. We all know it was LeBron James. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tie LeBron into the Cavaliers and their great fortunes. They hit when he went to Miami and left Cleveland destitute. They hit it about 2-3 years in a row. Anthony Bennett, even though he was a bust. Kyrie Irving, it was Anthony Bennett, Kyrie Irving, and Wiggins, back to back to back. They rebuilt off of that ping pong ball. People say, how convenient. You lose LeBron, but you get 3 top picks in a row. All right, okay, all right. The first year they did the lottery was 85. First year they did it. And New York got number one of all teams, of course. And that's when they drafted Patrick Ewing.
Yep.
So those different type of circumstances with this lottery system, I don't believe in coincidences. I'm on the side of, look, man, hey, we need a stimulus package. What can you do? My idiot owner just told me to trade away Luka Doncic. These people on my ass out here in Dallas. What can you do for your boy? That was Nico Harrison, by the way, if nobody didn't know what I'm doing.
Boy, he got the meanest stare down from Luka at that game when they played. Yeah, boy. Whoo, shit. He couldn't do shit. Dumbass. Right. And then they were chanting something to him, to Nico.
Yeah, fire Nico. Fire Nico.
Yeah.
Boy, and I told you, Dallas loved their white stars, and they might got the next one. They love Aikman. They love Romo. They love Roger Staubach. They love they love, all right, even though they weren't homegrown, Dirk Nowitzki. They love Dirk.
Yeah.
Luka, they love Luka till they traded him to LA. They love their white stars.
Yeah, boy.
Rangers. That's in Dallas, right? The Rangers in Dallas. Nolan. Nolan Ryan. They love their white stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they about to bring in Cooper Flag. Yeah.
Forget about it, man. They I think Cooper gonna fit in right in, especially when Kyrie come back.
Yeah.
When Kyrie come back, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Think about it, man. Oh man, ooh, Kyrie running that point.
AD,
Cooper on the wing. AD and Gafford.
Yeah, that's a setup. That's a good setup, boy. That's nasty,
bro.
A healthy AD at that.
Healthy Gafford out injured. You're gonna get both of them back in next season.
Yep.
Now it's gonna take Kyrie a little longer. I think Kyrie gonna get back. It's gonna take till 2026. It's gonna be in the second half of the season.
But shit, Cooper can bring the damn ball up too, man.
know that.
man, yeah, because that boy, look, that man, high school, long, boy.
6'8" handles, quarter witness. Bro, he led Duke in every points, rebounds, assists, everything at Duke.
Yeah.
Last year during the Olympic tryouts, he was running with him then. He was running with LeBron and Curry and Tatum and all and Brown and all them and man, they got him one.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Nico said, "Hey guys, please, they about to run my black ass out of town. Please, hey, I got you.
I got you. I got you. Hey,
that's why I say, man. That's why I say I think it's something to that, bro. It's just something to that lotto system, man.
Well, hey, it's kind of, they do it old school. They're doing it old school. So hey, I mean, hey, look, there's a luck of the draw. Like just like sitting there playing damn bingo.
Playing them numbers.
One more damn piece.
Yeah,
I got bingo.
Right, you know when that thing come across. And then bingo.
Doing this shit right here. Let down them damn balls going. And then reach in, that shit come out.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So hey.
Yeah. But that's my take on it. I think it's rigged to a certain extent. Sometimes people, I don't know. Some people just say, y'all need a boost.
But you know what? You know what would help though? Yeah. If they did that shit national, like televised. They did it televised.
They do it televised.
Oh, okay.
They do it on ESPN.
Okay. Okay.
I still think it's rigged too. I think it's rigged up, but they do it. Yeah, bro, they do all it. They thinking about the NFL should do that.
Shit, no.
That's what I'm saying. There's been a talk all week. This been a viral sports shit. They say, man, if the NFL did it, boy, they come out just to see them spin them balls in the chamber. Pause. Well, yo, can you imagine Kansas City getting the #1 pick?
Oh my goodness! What the fuck?
It can happen like that. Like, think about this: Philly, the Chiefs,
the Saints.
No. I'm talking about the top team. I'm like Buffalo, Philly, the Chiefs, like the top contending teams every year. 49ers.
Yeah.
And because, like I said, it's such a small chance because if you're in the NFC AFC Championship game of the Super Bowl, you're only gonna get like one ping pong ball. But your name is still in the hat. And they roll that bitch around and you just won a Super Bowl and you get the #1 pick. Boy, people will fall out. The Eagles get the #1 pick and they just killed the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And they get a #1 overall pick. They got a quarterback. Don't need to take quarterback. Think about this. If the Eagles got the #1 pick and they turn up and get Travis Hunter, that's what you would do? Would you not? Because they need a quarterback, and you can put him in the slot with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Man, yeah.
But that's the trick of the lottery system.
Yeah.
So that'd be crazy. So that's why I was saying it got to be kind of rigged because, like, they don't need a superstar. But you brought up the Saints. They need one. Like, they would need one. But anyway, they were throwing that around that the NFL should do the lotto system like the NBA. Boy, that'd be the wild. Ooh, boy. It would kill the parity. Because, like I said, if the Eagles were to get a Travis Hunter, obviously, like Kansas City, even though they drafted a lineman, but you could possibly get the top lineman, who they desperately need, another receiver. Oh, just imagine this. The tight end from Penn State that went to Indy. Yeah. And they get a high draft pick from the lotto system, and they get him to be Travis Kelce's replacement. So that means you got a Hall of Fame tight end to possibly another Hall of Fame tight end.
Yep.
Shit, man, man, bro. People lose their minds. Like, this isn't fair. The NFL is playing in our face. But I'm done with it, man. I don't know what you got to add. I just threw that out there. That was the.
I'm gonna let them do what they do, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let them.
Man,
I'm
yeah,
gonna let them do what they do. I can't. Hey, we can't control. If we could control that shit, that would probably be well off. But hey, let these motherfuckers do it. They trust the process.
Yeah, I know. Like, hey, what buddy in that movie, the dark skinned guy? She. Hey guys, man.
All them damn Spike Lee movies.
Yeah. Hey guys, this episode 100, man. It's been the super show. Guys, keep rocking with us.
Yes.
We have fun. We give it how we see it. Straight barbershop, the best barbershop talking sports survival news, man. I don't know what else you got to add. Episode 100.
Hey, sub, like, share, comment, and repeat. Sub, like, share, comment, and repeat. I'm telling you, man, we got the best barbershop talk on the internet for sports and viral news.
Yes.
They can only hope to contain us. They can't beat us at all.
That's it.
So
all right. So guys, man, keep bringing the energy, bring the good energy, and rock with us. Rock with your gualas. Hey, we are your favorite country cousins. I'm Scott Michael Talk. This is DJ Infinite Rock. What they call you?
The best mix machine. Yes, sir.
Episode 100. Love y'all. Support us. We out. Peace.
Peace.